So today, like I said, the call is going to get shorter, 30 to maximum 45 minutes. I'm not going to go over an hour. So in the way it gives you guys more time to watch all those YouTube videos. Francesca, today you will be getting into the Trello board. So the way you can see, day one, there's training that you have already, that we already have taken place. So you're going to be catching up with them whenever you have free time. We're going to, Mary's going to be sharing with you a link on how to use this Trello board, what is the best way of getting it done. So in the way, you're going to get a lot of information here. So today we're going to really have a good topic, right? Which is what we actually have gone through since last week till today. Which is, last week we have covered a buyer checklist. Was it a really good topic for Monique to go over that with you guys? Yes?
Yes.
Very good. So today we're going to be talking about listing. Again, she's going to give you like a high level view, from step by step, from start to finish. And then you're going to tell us what step are you missing that we need to, create another video or another time in here that we're going to be training you on. So in the way you guys know. But again, before you approach, Monique or Tony or anyone else, make sure you go to Trello board, see whether the question is already been answered. If they already been answered, check out the video first. And if you still have any question, then you come to us. Okay, so in that way we'll save a lot of time, money, and energy. And just as we said, the reason why I wanted to cut it into like 30 minutes is because then 30 to 45 minutes because I wanted to save about 15 minutes on social media marketing for all the people that's doing social media. Charmaine and Vanessa, we will be talking to Kenny about extending your coaching for maybe another 2 to 3 weeks. So in that way, you will be able to learn all these things that we are missing out on. And after that, we'll have to talk to him about whether he wants you guys to still continue with, to be coached in this environment or not. And then you just have to come in every Friday if you want to, unless being said otherwise. Okay. But again, remember, all of you guys, whenever you get time, whenever you are, I have nothing to do, go check out all the YouTube videos that we have. Make sure that you comment down below to let us know what is your aha moment. What have you done so far? So that we know that you have actually already watched them. At the end, when you are finished watching all of them, just let us know. So that we will verify, and we'll also send you a certificate to let you know that, you have completed all these. This is not just for your client. It will also be potentially for your future client, because again, if you're learning all these things, that means that you should be working with your client for for the next 8 years, just kind of like what we have with Monique. But if it's not, then again, it will still be very beneficial for you for the next client that you have. Okay.
Yep.
Very good. So Monique, take it away. And so I'm gonna clock off right now because I know you guys are all in good hand with Monique. And then I will come back at 1 o'clock. And, the people that, the O2I people, don't leave because we'll be back. And then we'll be talking to you guys and figure out what else do you need to bring your client online. Okay?
But I do have a question. Should we, hello?
Yeah, still here.
Question for Hannah. Since she's doing the marketing website and stuff, do you want her to stay? Because this is listing,
Up to you.
I don't know.
So it's not mandatory. So for Gia, Kira, and Hannah, it's not mandatory for you guys to listen to it. You guys can hop off and hop back on at 1 o'clock if you want to. But everybody else, if you are involved in this, then stay. If you're not involved in this, you can leave. Okie dokie?
Yeah, I think. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Talk to you guys soon or tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, do we have Carol? I think we're missing Carol here.
Unfortunately, Carol have a family emergency. A very sad story. Her sister actually passed away. So make sure you guys send her a lot of love, a lot of support. Keep her on your prayer. That's all that she said. I don't know when she's gonna come back, but just make sure that you guys keep sending her the love and the prayers. And the good news is obviously, Mary Joy Zaset is here, so she's gonna still be able to take care of the client. But again, Mary Joy Zaset, I still don't know which name you want me to call you. If you need anything, again, we are all here for you. So, you know, again, if you need something that we can do for you, you know, just let us know. You know, we'll just, you know, do it for you, with you, for you, whatever you want, you. All right, Monique, take it away. Bye-bye.
Yes,
Bye.
okay. Well, this is actually a good thing. This is what Phyllis mentioned. It's good to have a backup. So, you know, if something like happened, you know, someone can back you up with your client, right? So, anyway, let's go ahead and do, let's start with the listing procedure. Let me show you my screen, my other screen. Okay, for some of you guys, as I think all of you guys, I've already shown you this Trello board. If you want to have a copy of it, just let me know and we'll send it to you. For some of you, I already gave you access to it. I already gave you a copy of the board. You can copy it if you want, but you have to tailor it, you know, with your clients, with your state and clients' needs, of course. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a property here. Okay, our Trello board is actually automated. So I think I'm not gonna show you the automation. I'll just get all the details. Just give me a second. So this is actually a Trello paid account. So we just have it automated. So and just give me a sec, huh? Closing, post closing. I don't think we have anything here. Okay, so let me show you this checklist. So we see we have 11 checklists. This is on the listing side. We're done with the buying side. So this is the listing side. I'm going to show you our checklist. So when we have a property, these are all the checklists that we have. So we just make sure everything is checked. So everything is done. So yeah, let's start. Okay, let's start with this is listing agreement signed. So we want to make sure the listing agreement is signed, of course. So here we have received received one page listing agreement and new listing info sheet from agent. So let's say your client told you guys, hey, we're working on this seller, we'll be representing this seller. So you make sure you have the listing agreement. Always work on the listing agreement, okay? Tony, if you have anything, let us know, huh? Feel free to butt in, okay?
Sure. Go ahead, Miss
Okay.
Monique.
Okay, so yeah, let's say we actually have a client. This is for Phyllis agent. So you know she already wanted to work on the flyer. She already wanted to post it on Facebook. You know, coming soon, something like that. But we actually told her, let's work on the listing agreement first because we're just protecting our client. Okay, we want to make sure before we advertise, we have the listing agreement first. Always the listing agreement before advertising, before posting a coming soon, before doing incoming listing, and then you have the address there. Don't do that yet without your listing agreement. Okay, so
Yes.
and then the info sheet is, you know, when you list the property on MLS, it will give you like well, I think I can give you an example. Give me a sec. Residential. This one. So this is, you know, of course, Texas listing input form, but I think every one of you guys will have seen this already, especially for the PC, correct? So for some of you guys, I think this is on Keza. They get the listing, you know, the previous listing, and then they fill it out for the seller. That would work too, okay? That would work too. But then you have to send this out to the seller still, even though you already have the previous listing, you have to send it to the seller. Why? because they have to confirm that everything that you're going to put in the MLS is correct. Okay, or if you already have the previous listing and then you already created your listing for your client's seller, make sure you send them the printout of that MLS. Why? Again, you want to make sure there are no changes on the property. Let's say pool. Maybe the previous listing it has a pool, but now it doesn't have a pool, but now it already has a pool. So that's a big difference that would make on the property. Sometimes if you have a pool, it will sell faster. So you want to make sure you have this filled out, but if in case you're filling it out for the client, you make sure you send it out to them. Okay, just in case there are changes in the property. That's what we just want. Okay, because there are times that, let's say the listing is incorrect and then you have a buyer. Okay, you have a buyer and then the buyer thought, hey, I thought you have this, but actually you don't. That is not good for your client. It's actually something that may get and your property disclosure is not correct as well, then that might get them sued. So make sure you check it with your seller. Okay, we had this experience, guys, that's why I'm telling you. Okay, so complete what's this, any to do items from page 1 listing agreement. Yeah, let's say for the listing agreement, I think it would ask you for your clients the email address, the phone number. If you have it, put it in there. I think you would also ask for for their address. So make sure you just have it in there. The list price, stuff like that. Discuss open house. For some of your clients, they actually they host the open house for the sellers. Some may not, but some may hire another agent to do the open house. So make sure you discuss that with your client, okay? Because sometimes they might ask you, hey, can you look for an open house agent for me to host the open house for this property, something like that. So make sure you guys are aware, okay? So let's go on the pre-listing requirements. Prepare existing documents in .loop and send to seller for signature. Existing documents, these are your survey, if they have what else, if they have property disclosure already, if you guys already send it to them. What else? Foundation, all of the warranties that they have on the property. Let's say they have roof, foundation, they have warranties on the HVAC, stuff like that. Make sure you have those, and then you save it to your if you guys are using Google Drive, make sure you have it in there. If not, make sure you have it saved on your .loop or DocuSign. So let's do DocuSign. Okay, and then create a Google Drive folder. For us, we always do this on all of our properties. We want to make sure we have all the documents saved, especially when it's the survey, stuff like that. We just want them on one Google Drive. You can ask your client about it if they want to do this also, but this is something that we do. Okay, also if we're closing the property, all of the signed documents, we have them saved on the Google Drive. It's just for future reference. Okay, first call to seller regarding listing documents, seller homework, staging photos. So these are the schedule, most likely, like when do you want the photography to be scheduled, when are you guys available for us to do the staging. Staging is if your property is vacant, we just add like furnitures in there, arts, just to make it look presentable, just to give the buyer or buyers an idea of what will the property look like with all of those, with the furniture here, with the sofa here, with the dining table here, with the art in here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, confirm all listing docs are signed. So listing documents, seller disclosure, anything that the seller needs to get signed, you have to make sure they are all signed. Okay, so I can see that you're taking down notes. We can actually give you this. We can give you a copy of this board later, but yeah, for some important details, you can take notes. But you don't have to list them out. We'll send you a copy of the board later. Okay. Okay, so receive residential data input form. Just make sure you have where is that? Yeah, this one, just make sure it's all filled out and signed. Again, if you're doing this for your clients seller, then just have them check it and make sure it is 100% correct. Again, 100% correct, not 90, not 80. It should be 100% accurate. Okay. Okay, send Seller Shield link for disclosure. This is Texas. Seller Shield is actually the property disclosure, guys. I think that's what you call it. For every one of you, you guys call it property disclosure. But for us, we have a website. We call it Seller Shield, and then that's where they fill out the property disclosure. Property disclosure. Make sure you have this before you list you make the property active on MLS, because you have to, this one you have to save it, or you have to upload it into MLS. Okay, because the buyer agent will always ask for this. Make sure it's filled out, initialed every page, and signed at the bottom. Okay. Contact title company regarding HOA information. This one you can do if the property has MLS, HOA. You would know if it has an HOA. First, you can ask the client, or you can check on the previous listing. It will show you there. It has a, there's an HOA on the property. Okay. Also, one thing you can ask the seller upfront, if you're aware if there's an HOA, you can ask them for the documents already. So that way, when you have a buyer, you already have the HOA documents. And then the title, what the title will do is they can already ask the HOA company to give them the documents. Like there's some like bylaws, something like that. The HOA can already provide it to the title company, and that would actually make how do you say this? Sorry. If they already have the HOA documents, then that's one thing that you don't have to wait when you guys are selling the property, right? Because the title company already worked on it. Okay, does the seller have survey? Yes or no? Okay. If the seller has a survey, this is one of the documents that you need to ask the seller. If the if the seller has a survey, they need to give you the copy. Okay, you should have a copy. If not, make sure you guys are aware of this one, okay? Because when you guys have a buyer, they will actually ask if you have a survey. If your seller doesn't have the survey, then the contract will say who will pay for it. Who will pay for the survey? Is it going to be your buyer, or is it going to be the seller? Okay, because every property that you guys are selling, I'm sorry, if you are buying a property, you will always ask for the, sorry, okay, Joey's back. You will always ask for the survey, especially if it's a single family home. But if it's an investor property, let's say property is not in good condition and you have an investor client, then sometimes the investor buyer will not require for the survey. Okay, but if it's a residential, guys, this is really mandatory. Okay, any questions? Guys, let me know if you have questions, huh? And if I'm going too fast, please do let me know. Okay, enter listing into MLS, save as incoming. So again, you have to make sure you have your listing agreement signed before you do this. This will just give the buyer agent some heads up, like we have a listing, we have this address coming up. Okay, so sometimes the buyer agent will like, hey, will send you a message, hey, when are you guys gonna list this property, something like that. So it's good that you guys do this. Just giving the buyer agents, if you're looking for a property and your client's criteria, their client's criteria is within the property that we're selling, then you already have a prospective client, a prospective buyer, diba? So make sure you do this. Okay. Yes, give me a sec. Calling. Okay. Schedule staging. For us, for Phyllis, she actually all of her listings, she pays for the staging, but your clients may not, so you have to check it with them if they do staging or not. Okay, if they do, then make sure when you guys are listing a property, make sure you know when is the schedule, because everything will depend on that. When are we going to schedule the cleaning, when are we going to schedule the photography, because staging will go first before the photography. Okay, so just in case you guys will be the one to schedule the photography, then you have to make sure your staging is done before you do the photography. Sayang naman, right? Okay, schedule yard signs. For this one, yes, always make sure there's a yard sign, like a for sale, right? For sale sign. I think for some of you, their clients, like they hire like someone to put in the yard sign. For some of you, your client may be the one who's doing it. But this one, I am telling you, even us sometimes we forget to do this. So it's a good thing we have a checklist. Okay? Make sure you have a yard sign, for sale yard sign. Okay? Make sure, make sure. You can also remind your client about it. That's why we have this checklist. Hey boss, do we already have the yard sign? If not, okay, we're listing the property on Monday. Can we get it? Can we get the yard sign installed? Put in like around Friday or maybe Saturday, right? Be proactive, guys. Lockbox. Okay, for the lockbox, sometimes the seller will provide you guys. Sometimes the door will have a key lock. What's that? A key code. So if that's the case, they have to give you the code. Okay, because you guys are representing the seller, so you have to know those details. Because if the buyer agent will contact you, then you know how to communicate on how the buyer agent will go inside the property. Okay, so if it's a Supra, then make sure the Supra is installed. Supra is the agents, they use this, like everyone has access to it. So make sure it is installed. Okay, if the property naman is occupied, then you have to check with your seller still what is the code, how will the buyer agent and the buyers will go inside the property. Okay, so make sure you just have the details, the code on how to get inside. Okay, this is very important also, guys. Okay, schedule cleaning. This is also mandatory. When you're selling a property, you make sure it's clean. Okay, you do not sell, you do not post it on MLS and you have pictures and it's dirty. It's not good, guys. So make sure you ask your client. That's why we have this checklist. You will be reminded, diba? Hey boss, did we already schedule a cleaning company to clean the property, diba? So make sure you ask your client. Or if they're not scheduling someone, then well, but yeah, and I think every realtors naman will clean their properties before posting it on MLS or before the photography. Okay, so schedule photography. Again, make sure your staging is done, you have the yard sign, you have cleaning scheduled or cleaning is done before the photography. Okay, kasi sayang naman if we're listing a property with we have the staging, but the photography is scheduled ahead before the staging and before it's cleaned. Okay, so make sure this one is done first before this one. Okay, schedule a BPO. This we do this. BPO is well, wait. I just want to make sure I'm giving you the right information, huh? Broker price opinion. Or this is, or you could do appraisal slash appraisal. Kasi for us, though we do our comparables, we still want another opinion on what's the best price for the property that we're listing. Okay, for some of you guys, your clients may not do this, but again, for us, we always do this because we want a second opinion on what is the price will be. It's like a professional opinion, the appraisal, right? Because someone from the appraisal company is doing their job to help us what would be the best price for the company. It's almost the same as the BPO brokers, but these are agents, or the brokers. Someone from the broker company is doing the comparables to let us know what is the market value for the property. Okay, again, for some of you guys, they may not do this, but just letting you know, this is something that we do. Okay, order circle prospecting list. I think this one, we do this actually. It shouldn't be in here. Sorry, it should be once it's listed. I'll come back to this one. So auto search for MLS. This we do this. It's like we are doing this. If you guys know how to do auto search already, what we do is we get us we search on the properties 7 days, 7 days. It is 7 days pending, 7 days sold, 7 days active. And then we also search for, on how much the bed is and how much is the bathroom. And then we save it and we send it to the seller. Why? We just want to know what is the market value for all of the properties with the same features as our property. Just keeping your sellers just keeping your sellers like what is the market doing right now. Okay, I actually created, guys, an auto search. What's this? An auto search training. So you guys check it out on Trello. Send foundation to get clear letter. Okay, this one we do. I'm not sure if your client does, but this means like we send a foundation company to go to the property and check the foundation status. So we know ahead of time if there's an issue with the foundation. But usually Mary's doing this. It's actually for free. So you can ask a foundation company. You can call someone, a foundation company within the property area lang. You call them, go to the property, give you guys a quote, or give you guys a status on what is the foundation, how is the foundation doing the property. Okay, why? Kasi it will just give you guys a heads up on what is the status. Because sometimes it might have an issue. If you have a clear letter, that would be perfect. Clear letter means there's no issue. It is working up to standard. So yeah, that's the clear.
Question.
Yes.
Question. So regarding foundation, I'm just confused with the word. Is it the foundation when the property was built, or the foundation itself, like the slab,
Yeah,
the
the slab.
foundation material? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
yeah. You're welcome. So there you go. So make sure, again, not all clients will do this, but for us, we always do this ahead of time, at least before we list the property, just so we know how to deal with the offers later on. Because whether we like it or not, our buyers will send the foundation company to check it out also. Okay, so just we know how to strategize later on. Okay, sunroofer, again, it's the same things. Roofer would be, for the roof. Sorry. Tawa ako. Or the roof. So just so we know, if it's working on a, up to standard, or the clear letter will also tell you when was it installed, what is the roof, like is it shingle, something like that,
Shingles.
yes, all of the information about the roof, they will give you guys the information. But usually we still aim for the clear letter. Again, there are companies who will give you guys, who will go to the property and give you guys this for free. We know because we're doing it. Okay. So if that's something that you want to do, please, you can do that, but again, you have to ask your clients. Okay. Okay, email going out for coming soon. Yes, for the marketing people here, or for TC and a backup marketing assistant. This is, guys, all for you. Okay, you have to, again, it's up to you who do you want to send it to, but you guys have all access since you guys are all transaction coordinators. I know that you guys have access to your client's MLS. Download your client's list of agents. You can do this. It's easy. You can just download coming soon template on Canva. Just change the picture and then the information of the property, and then just email it out. We have a training for for MailChimp, guys. You can do MailChimp if you want. You can go check on Trello board. We have a training on how to do MailChimp and how to send out mass email. Please do check it out if you want to do this. But this will definitely help. Okay? So make sure you do this. Just a coming soon flyer. Okay? Just check out coming soon flyer on Canva. Boom. And then just change information. It won't take you like 30 minutes to do that. Okay? Of course, if we're listing a property, we need to know. We have to communicate with your client or your sellers if you guys have direct access or direct if you can talk directly to the client's seller, then go ahead and ask them when do they want to list the property, and what is the list price. You have to know the list price, again, because you can do that here in the coming soon also. And then for some of you guys, you may have to put it on the listing agreement, or for some of you guys, on the incoming and the coming soon on MLS, you also have to do that. Okay. Gather information foundation. Okay, that's we have. If we're of course if we're scheduling foundation, we have to know the reports. We just don't send them. We get the reports also. Okay, gather information of plumbing. Plumbing is a big one, because if you have issues with plumbing, this is very, sometimes, it would cost $20,000, and that's like $1 million on our money. So make sure you send someone also, if your client is okay with it. Okay, make sure you have or you get the information from the seller. They would tell you sometimes, hey, my plumbing is good, sewer is good, it's new, blah blah. So make sure you have that information. Why? Because some of the buyers will also ask you guys that, especially after the inspection. Okay, for us, we always gather this information. So that way, when the buyer asks us, let's say they ask Phyllis, hey, do you have information on the plumbing or in the roof or in the foundation? Yes, we do. Blah 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 blah. Diba? Quicker information for your buyers. Quicker response as well, because you don't have to communicate with your seller. You already have the information already. Diba? So gather information on HVAC system, same with this. So usually in the HVAC system, they would have to tell you guys when was it installed. Same thing with the year, date, and the water heater. Okay, so make sure you just have the information. It's one of the information that your buyer will ask also. That is for sure. Especially after home inspection, and then they couldn't find it on the home. The inspector couldn't find the information, so they will ask you guys. So make sure you just have the information. Floor plan, this one, if the buyer will, if the seller will provide you good. If not, I think that's okay also. Okay. It's just good if, if the buyer agent will ask, then you have it. But mostly they don't. But if you have it, then good. I think for Kenny's team, he always have the floor plan. So yeah, guys, this is one of the things that you have to ask your sellers. Okay, Charmaine. Okay, take this one. Sorry, 360. This is one 360 pictures. I think this one you have to disregard. It's just an app that we have that we use. It's just like a virtual tour. So this is not mandatory, but if your clients would like to have it, then yeah, they can also do that. Okay, this one complete SO. This is the scope of work. We call it the scope of work, but for some of you, I think um, what do you call it, Joey? It's
What?
like what was done on the property, especially if it's renovated. Like what have you done? What is the picture? Like pictures of the property. So yeah. But we just call it scope of work, especially if it's renovated. You know, this is what we done. This is what we've done on the property, blah 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 blah. But this is
Scope of work.
again this yes, this will come from the seller. Yeah, especially if it's renovated. Sometimes they you know, they change, let's say they replace the roof, they fix the foundation, stuff like that. Okay? Or they install the new tiles, new, you know, just they painted the property, you know, something like that. The house. So, okay. Wow, it's 40. We have a long list pa. Okay. Um, okay, listing property. So, yeah, before we list the property, make sure we have received the photos, because I think for coming soon, they will let you guys put it into coming soon without the pictures. You can also put the property active without the pictures, but it's not advisable to make it active without the pictures. Okay, so make sure you have received the photos before the listing date. Okay, take note of that. If you guys are the one scheduling the photography, make sure you schedule it at least 4 days ahead. Yeah, 4 days ahead, because sorry, not ahead, behind pala, behind the listing date, because sometimes it would take the photography, or the, you know, whoever's doing the photography, like 2 days to send you guys the photos. Okay, so make sure you know the schedule. Okay, maybe you're listing the property on the 21st, but you scheduled the photography on the 20th. I You will get the you will get the photography by tomorrow. So let's not do that. Okay? Add
Okay.
co-agent to loop or CSS. So this is on the, if you guys are using that loop, yeah, you can add your co-agent. So they just have access to the documents lang. Okay, so you don't have to send them everything. Yeah, just make sure you add them as a co-agent. Upload seller's disclosure, LBP survey, all of the addendums. Yes, since your property is already on coming soon at this time, make sure you have your seller disclosure signed and uploaded. If you already have the LBP, make sure it's signed. Make sure it's, you know, the A and B portion is ticked, guys. Make sure there's a check box is ticked already, okay? You do not upload a blank LBP and sign by the seller. No, make sure naka-check siya. Okay? Survey also, if you have the survey, if the seller provided you guys with the survey, please go ahead and upload it also. T47, this is for us. I think this is only for the Texas state. So do not do this. But if you guys are in Texas, please do so. Addendum, there are addendums sometimes that we need to upload, like the minerals, gas, mineral, and oils. If your state requires you guys that, make sure you get it uploaded, okay? And signed. Make sure it is signed. Okay, enter showing instruction into CSS. This is showing time used to call ano CSS. So this should be showing time na. Okay, make sure you update showing instructions again. For the showing instructions, mostly it should be like go, confirm and go. But if the property is occupied, make sure you check with your seller or with your client on when and how are you guys doing the schedule, huh? Because you might put it as go, confirmed and go, and then it's occupied pala and your seller is on the property while you have a buyer. That's not good, guys. Okay, your seller will not be happy, the buyers will not be happy. So just make sure you confirm with your client also.
Um,
Like
Miss,
yes.
Miss Mo, I have a question with that showing time because earlier I have a task to view all the clients that shows interest about the showing time. I don't know. This is my first time to encounter about the showing time. I tried viewing it in MLS, but I don't know how to use it.
Okay. This is listing, right? Listing or
Yes, listing.
okay, let's work on that later together if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, for this one, you guys, if you guys are working with the seller, you will actually have to set it up, and then make sure you have your you add your co-agent in there, just so they know what's the schedule look like on the showing. Okay, but then again, you have to confirm with your client: is it occupied? Is it confirmed and go, or do we need approval from the seller? Do you need do you need do you need to approve it first before the buyer agent can go to the property, stuff like that you have to know. Okay, you have to check with the seller, or you have to check with your client. Okay, prep contract worksheet with listing details. I don't think it should be this should be in here. Let me just delete this. Okay. Okay, this is very important, guys. Nation listing coverage. I'll give you guys this. I don't think everyone is doing this. Okay, this will actually help you. Wait lang, I'll give it to you. I'll give you guys the link. Or if you could remind me later so I can give you the link, because you only have 10 minutes left. So this is nations listing coverage. You know what does it do? It actually, guys, will give you um, like an insurance while the property is listed. So let's say you have a buyer, and then let's say there are minimal issues, let's say paint, or there are minimal issues on plumbing. That insurance can actually this company can actually can work on that for your seller, so the seller doesn't have to pay anything. Okay, diba, that's good. So make sure you ask me later, guys. I don't think all of the realtors are doing this, but this is something that we do, and we've done this already. We've used them already. Also, they've already sent out inspectors, contractors to work on stuff for us while we are listing the property. So this will actually help your seller to say they don't have to pay for it, or they don't have to pay anything. I think they charge trip charge sometimes, but yeah, this is something that you could do, guys. Okay, make sure you ask me later what's the website so I can give it to you. Okay, upload photos in virtual tours and MLS. Again, if you already have the photography, make sure the photo, sorry, then make sure you upload them. Upload the BPO on MLS or the appraisal. If you guys are doing this, make sure you upload. Suggestion though, okay? Sometimes your BPO or your appraisal will show, let's say you're listing the property for $100,000. But your BPO or your appraisal shows the market value for this property is only 90,000. Guys, do not upload it. Okay? Do not upload. It's not good because, di ba, you're listing the property for 100,000, but your value for your BPO and appraisal is only 90,000. Guys, I suggest do not upload. Okay, but if it's higher, let's say it's 110, 105, 120, 130, go ahead and upload it. Okay, sometimes you have to use common sense. Okay, make sure you do not do that. Make sure you check on the appraisal also, guys. That's just upload, upload, upload. Okay, make sure you check it also. Okay, because when you guys are negotiating also, let's say you're negotiating on the property, let's say you have a buyer and they wanted to buy it lower price. If you know the value of the property, let's say it's 110 nga, then you can also let them know, diba? If you guys are doing the negotiations, but I know later on your clients will allow you to do that. But you can tell them, this we have an appraisal on this property and the market value is actually at 110. So you're getting your clients value for their money, right? So if you're doing this again, make sure you check the BPO guys, okay? Or the appraisal report. Make sure you check it. Not just upload, upload, upload. Okay, upload big five documents in MLS. If you guys have it, please do so. Our big five documents would be roof, foundation, HVAC, plumbing, and water heater. We want to make sure we have, I think it's all in here. Yes, this one. Foundation, roof, plumbing, HVAC system, and water heater. We always want to make sure we have the information of this. Again, your buyers will ask, and these are actually major stuff on the house. Na if let's say foundation has issues, then sometimes okay, it's not always. Sometimes it would cost like $10,000, $5,000. Especially roof is for sure. If you have to replace the roof, it's 5,000 for sure. Plumbing, it can go up to 20,000 or more. Okay, up to. I'm not saying that's the normal, but it depends. But I'm just saying, guys, you have to make sure you have your big five documents. Okay, you can also upload them in MLS so that way you don't have to. If they ask about it, you don't have to keep on answering them, or the clients will have to keep on answering them. What's the foundation? What's the foundation status? The plumbing, water heater, year built, blah blah, year installed, blah blah. Okay. Complete listing on MLS. So yeah, create net sheet and crop listing with listing information. Okay, for this one, if you guys are working on a specific title company, this is something that you could get from them. Net sheet, it's just like an information for your seller. Hey, if we receive an offer on this property at this amount, and you added all of the fees for the title company, then this is your net. Okay, this is how much you're gonna get after we close. Some of the sellers will ask for this, some of them may not, but it's something that we can add value to our clients, right? Clients and your sellers, your clients' sellers. Okay. A tip also, you can get this if you guys are working on a specific title company, you go ahead and check out their website. It will show you guys net sheet, seller net sheet on the website itself. That's something that you can do, and then you can print it out. Because it will that website will already show them what are their fees, what are they charging on specific, like how much is the fee, because they will ask for the property address, blah 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 blah. So the agent's commission and stuff. So if your seller is asking for it, again, a tip, if you guys are working with a particular title company, you can ask them for it, or you can do it yourself. Go ahead and check their website. You will see their seller net sheet. Okay. Create list report. Okay, list report. This is for some of you guys who's doing marketing. This is really good. Okay, I think I'll just create a separate, this is a separate training for this because we don't have time. I want to show you this one, guys, but Yeah, it's already 12:55. But this is good, guys, especially um, if you're listing a property, it will provide you a lot of, these are the closed restaurants, hospitals, and then it's actually a flyer. It's something that you could do or you could post as your flyer also for your, I know, for your listing. So make sure you do this also, huh? And it's for free. That's the good thing about it. For free, for free. So I have Utang ha, the nation's website and the list report. Okay, make sure you ask me. Okay, I think we can only we can only do listing property today and then tomorrow let's do the rest, ha. But the rest, I think these are good ones. So make sure you guys are here tomorrow. Anyways, okay, update and upload offer instruction. Again, we do offer instruction. I think I've already shown you guys this, maybe for some of you. But offer instruction, let me show you real quick. I hope I'm not taking so much of your time, sorry. But let me show you real quick. Hmm. Tama na eh. WhatsApp is cooperating, di ba? Where is it? Okay, let me show you a sample offer instruction. This is the one thing that we do just because it will provide information already with your buyer. Again, if you want a copy of it, just let me know, guys. Okay. So here, offer instruction. We have the property address here. All offers must be accompanied with pre-qualification letter, financing, or proof of funds if cash. Okay. Because sometimes, some of the buyers will not give you guys the pre-qualification. We actually have to call the lender, make sure they are good buyers, or else, sometimes you're just wasting your time working on the offer and then they're not approved pala they're not approved yet for a mortgage. So make sure you do this. You have when you get an offer, you call the lender also, and you have to make sure you have this, because it would tell you guys, it would tell the buyers that they have to have a pre-qualification letter. Okay, yan. See, we will be contacting your buyer's lender by phone to verify information. So if you have like bogus buyers, so, di ba? Okay. See? So this is good. And then send our offers to this email. We advise minimum of. For this one, you have to ask your client sellers, or your client also, okay? But this is like the seller's qualification. The seller already like filtered. Okay, I think I want an earnest money at least 1%. So just letting the buyers know about it. So you're not wasting their time and your time communicating it with them. Hey, we need your earnest money to be like this. So if you have this, you all have the information. Okay. And if your client or your seller prefers to work with a specific company, it's in here. Information is in here. They can put it on the back and the offer. Yeah. And so here, so whatever documents you guys uploaded, and then just sum up the information. Okay. And then this one here. Only major items will be considered. Blah blah blah. So just make sure you communicate with your client if they want to do something like this. I think we're gonna post this on Trello so you guys have a copy, and then you can just tailor it with your client's needs. Okay. Okay. Add seller to showing time notifications. I think this is really if your seller wants to. If they want to receive this, but most likely they will. So go ahead and add them. Like if they prefer to receive it on the email or text, you have to communicate with them, or you have to communicate with your client. Okay. This is virtual tour again. If your client is doing it, we recommend you do virtual tours. 360. This is a virtual tour. I don't think most of your clients do this, but if you guys if your clients would like to do so, we recommend this one. Okay. So I think that's it. It's 11. It's 1 p.m. Sorry, but stay tuned for tomorrow, guys. These are important stuff, actually, especially this one. Okay, the compliance and this. Okay, the process, guys. When the property is already listed and when you guys are under contract, so you have to know all of this. And then when the property is pending, what do you guys need to do? So make sure you guys are here tomorrow. Okay? Yay, I think that's it. Boss? Boss? Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. All
Sorry,
right.
boss.
1, 2, 3, Monique, you rock.
You rock.
You rock.
What
I
is
tried.
couple of
I
things
tried.
you permit? Do you know everything from start to finish, like what Monique have said so far, or what are the missing puzzle that you didn't know that you are supposed to do?
Nothing.
The staging and what's called that? All of it actually. Because I just started out on the pending. I started doing
Pending
my tasks on
property.
pending stuff to close. Yes. So all of those, it's just really new to me.
Oh, good thing you're here.
Yes.
Perfect. Who else?
I think, Ms. Phyllis, the challenge here is to determine whether it's applicable with our client also, because some of those are applicable to only one state, and we also have to figure out if what our client would think if this is applicable to his or her business also or state.
Yes, that's why you have to communicate with your clients. As much as possible, I suggest you ask them about it because you don't know what you don't know, right? So make sure you ask them about it, you communicate it with them if they're doing it or not, and then you could add it to your checklist, and then you could do it moving forward.
Yes, noted, Miss Mo.
Always ask.
Beautiful. All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, we all rock.
We all
We
rock.
rock.
You
We
rock.
rock.
All right, perfect. So go do your thing, be amazing, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.
Yay! Thank you, guys. See you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Thank you, Miss Mo.
Bye.
Thank you.
Miss Mo, can you show me the showing time?
Bye. Yes. What's that? It's Kizel, di ba?
Yes.
Yes. We cannot do it here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bye,
Anna,
guys.
can you call Kira?
Wait. I
Sorry,
don't know how to
Can
exit.
you call Kira to top on? Kira and Gia?
here. Okay, got you.